Good morning, everybody. It's like, I don't know, 9 o'clock in the morning here on a Friday. My buddy Johnny and I are doing a portage route down a 3-mile lake today. We're anticipating about a 3, maybe 4-hour hike and carry of the canoes down to get to the lake. I've stopped here because right by the lake the flies were really bad. Already lugged the canoes down, just taking the packs down now. Johnny's got his little dog along, I got my little dog along, of course. And we're looking for a single nighter here tonight. Find a campsite. Johnny's got a tent. I'm going to be rocking the hammock, so it's going to make our selection of a site a little bit different than normal, because usually we're just all hammocks, but it should be good. I mean, we always find a spot for Tilly's. That's Specca there. Hi, Specca. And there's Tilly. Johnny's a little bit shy, so I won't be showing his face on camera, but, you know, I'll get some action shots of him messing around in the woods. Maybe this thing. Alright, off we go. So this is just the hill that goes down to the first lake that we're at. The first lake, I believe, is called King Lake. There's Johnny plodding along up there. This first portage was 600 meters. I think our next one's 700 or 800, and then there's a third one that's 700 or 800. All totaled, it's about 2.5 kilometers in one direction, but we're carrying the canoes, then the backpacks, so you have to cover that ground 3 times. So it'll be closer to 8. I've started the day, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to track the whole trip on my Garmin. It's going to be a beautiful day. Alright, so we're in. Johnny's a little further ahead just because I was some slow, like running back for the camera, getting my stuff all set up. Even though we just got back from that 3-day trip, still a little bit rusty on the canoeing side of things, so it's going to be a great couple of days of paddling, remembering how to do this stuff. The water's pretty low right now, even though we just had a couple of days of rain, but the horseflies have gotten bad in here. Alright, let's go find this portage, Tilly. I see a stick there straight ahead of me now. Is that it? Yep. Oh, okay. So this is the end of King Lake. I'd say we've been paddling for probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. Not a real big lake. And here's our, I guess, second portage, because the first one was from the car. Oh yeah, that's a nice sign. Let's see if I can get in on that. So we're at the first, well, I guess the second portage right here. As I said on the way in, our lake. And I'm going to follow Johnny through our trail here. The good thing is I've never been here before, so it's all new. Here we are to, I think it's called Big Preeper Lake. Oh yeah, let's see if I can't get wet. Nice. Oh, you should see all the horseflies. Johnny, my dog's tired out.
Oh, awesome.
It's gone into power down. So this is Big Preeper Lake, and Johnny tells me that the next one is North Red Trout Lake. Am I right?
Yep.
And from that, we're then into 3 Mile Lake, which is where we're headed today. The portage we just did was around 800 meters, and the one we're going to come up to go into North Red Trout Lake is going to be about 700. And then the final one I think is only around 200 or 300. So we've got our biggest one out of the way today, and we're only almost exactly 2 hours in right now. Old beaver house for those who don't have beavers where they're at. Oh, someone else is coming along here. They're on their way out. A big boat. I have to go say hi. Okay, so we've transferred the canoes across to North Red Trout Lake, and now we're just hiking our pack, and I decided to carry the paddle this time. I was talking to Johnny on the way back. It's probably because I didn't have anything on my back, because we lugged the canoe, and you have to walk back for your bags, of course. And did a lot of stressing at the start of this trip to try to strip my bag down. And it's fairly heavy, it's about 40 pounds. And I remember thinking, oh, I want to get it down 35, whatever, maybe even lower. And then I got thinking, it's like, for this kind of trip, I mean, we're walking maybe a kilometer at a time with your bag on, then you're dropping it. I could have went with 60 or 70 and probably still felt fine. So across some pretty big logs. Johnny and his wife came out and did a bunch of maintenance here to put logs across the boggy spots. Glad they did. So this is North Red Trout Lake. My canoe's just in the bushes there. Johnny's got his loaded in. We're 9.6k in, just over 3 hours of moving time so far. We went from kind of scrubby brushland to, just swap around here, a lot of bigger pines, which is what I kind of enjoy. As far as I remember, this is only a short lake. I don't think we're going to be very long getting down to 3 Mile. Well, that's cool, John.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, that's really neat. Man, what a cool lake. I'm going to try to give you a panoramic here of this, if I can. Try to keep it level as possible. Wow. So nice. So far, we've seen our 2 boats, and I got stepped on. We've seen our 2 boats, and those other 2 lads that we saw. Everybody's got Nova craft. Nothing else so far. Johnny's is rocking kind of a Kevlar thing. One of them, the other ones we saw was fiberglass, and I think another one was a fiberglass mixed. So both those boys' boats probably weighed 60 pounds, maybe more. Johnny's, I think, is 48. Oh, this is cool. And mine is 45. There's the portage sign right above. So it looks like we got to go up quite a hill, and I think we then descend down into a pretty good one as well. Okay, our last portage, we're now heading over to 3 Mile Lake. Johnny's just putting his boat out of the water there. Mine's already in shore. and we're gonna go up this climb. So apparently it's steeper on the other side. Yeah, I could definitely spend a week out here. Ooh, yeah. We are gonna be careful with canoe coming down this, aren't we? Oh my. Here in running water. Oh yes, right there, a nice little stream. I'm gonna be filling up the water filter before Johnny and I head back for the canoes.
Hey, come. Go.
Well, she's not crystal clear. Alright, bye-bye lake. Let me see if I can get turned around here. Alright, here we go. Time for the descent. Oop. Wrong side of a tree. Just straight down. Okay. Ooh. Okay, a few minutes ago I was telling Johnny that I would have stayed right on North Red Trout Lake because it was so nice, but I am now super happy we came here. Look at that, it's just a big cliff. Got running water right here. I'm not sure where we're going to camp on it. There's a warden's cabin somewhere around that turn, I think. We're going to go probably check out, just to have a look at. Johnny's had like 2 or 3 fish jump right out of the water so far. So Johnny's going to get his spinning gear out. Got a loon up here. So that's the direction up to the warden's cabin. This is like a couple of little, really interesting little islands that you could probably put a hammock on. They're small though, but look at the shoreline of them. We are just looking for a campsite right now. Johnny has a tent, a little 2-person. I've got obviously my hammock, so this is a beautiful part of the lake. I'm going to do a zoom around here to show you, but it's gorgeous. If we can find a spot for Johnny's tent and my hammock, I'll be happy. We should be okay though. Okay, so I think we're at our campsite. Johnny was here before and said there was a decent spot right here for hammocks and tents. That's Johnny. So I'll show you where, just around this corner. Right here. Right here is what I'm talking about. Alright. Okay, we found it. This is the spot that Johnny was thinking of. He scouted this once before. No one's been here in a long time by the looks of it. I can't see, there's not even any limbs cut on any of the trees. So I'll walk this way a bit. I'm going to come from this tree here. I'm going to go to that big pine, that double pine there, and that will be my view. So I didn't tell you how far we came. Let's see here. So 14.34 kilometers, hours of 4 hours and 59 minutes. So that includes portaging, the back and forth, and the paddling. But I didn't differentiate from that. So we're now at our campsite. We're going to have our lunch. Johnny and I both got a sandwich. And I brought this for him. So, well, I'm going to have 1.5. So, there's the treat for today. Almond fingers. Clock. So Johnny's canoe just floated away, so he's gonna go walk the shoreline to go bring it back. So Johnny and I got our little campsite set up. He's up on the side hill there behind me. His tent's up there. I'll show you that in a little while. But right now I'm kind of at that point in the trip where it's been busy and you're running around, you're doing stuff, and carrying things here and there, and paddling here and there, and neglected to hydrate or eat or drink coffee. So we finished our lunch, I showed you that, and now I should have started the coffee sooner because I am dying for one. So, but yeah, it's on the way here in a minute. So I'm getting a couple of flames underneath I'm going to have to deal with here. I managed to catch a deer fly. This is what one looks like. They are buggers. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, it's 6 p.m. Johnny lost his cell phone. I mean, we say lost it. We stayed on the trail. It's in a waterproof bag and it's like yellow and blue, so he's going to find it. It probably is just back. He took a photo of my boat with his cell phone back at the start of the last portage, so he's gone back to try to find it. It's not super far. I can see him in the distance there now. Tilly and I are just going to hang out here and relax, which is what we've been doing since we got here around 2. I can't believe it's 6 o'clock. Like, the time is just gone. And you can see my setup there in the background. Johnny's up over this hill. We'll zoom in on him. It's actually really nice up there too. It's a really good view. Not as good up there for hammocks, but great tent spot. Bring you into my chaos. My dog is so tired. You having a good time? Yeah? You having a good time? She is. Got my water bag going, my little light for ambiance, and like, there's my hammock right there. If we want, we can come out and sit on this rock tonight, take in the view. It was not easy coming in. That's my first real portaging adventure, and because of it, my shoulders aren't really used to carrying the canoe on top. I didn't have any trouble with the weight because the boat's pretty light, as I've said, but it was just starting to ache on the shoulders on one of the longer ones. But yeah, you just got to do stuff like that in order to build up to it. Well, I don't know if I mentioned it yet or not, but a friend of Johnny's and a subscriber to the channel watched one of my last videos where I said I ran out of MREs and all the packets and stuff that goes with them. And so he's brought me a Chipotle Chicken Carbonara Canadian military MRE. And I was promised that it was expired, which, you know, it wouldn't be as much fun if it wasn't. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying that thing out tonight. Yeah, right in there. What's going on? Yeah? Is that dog bowl a good bed? Nice little pillow? Let's see what's in the MRE. Ooh. First and foremost, coffee crisp. Cornbread. That's awesome. Ice sports drink. Espresso roast coffee. Gonna have to try that. I bet it's horrendous. Strawberry jam, peanut butter. Man, this is fantastic. Blueberry applesauce. So that's dessert. Probably save that for the morning. Or maybe I'll save it for another trip. And that must be my chipotle chicken carbonara. Carbonara? Whatever. And I guess you boil it in the bag, in the water. So that's why I've got a Primus, I don't know, 1.5 liter pot.
My handle's gonna be gone.
Oh yeah.
Fire trumps paracord.
Yeah. Oh well. That's an expensive Uberleben? Uberleben. An expensive Uberleben pot that he found at a thrift store because nobody knew how much it was worth. Okay, this is a bonus one. I'm not sure how much I'll cover of this just because we're going to run out of time for people to be interested. So Johnny's got one called Salmon 15. Is this from Andy as well?
Yep.
Awesome. We're looking for the expiry date. Haven't been able to find it yet. I'm hoping it's really expired. So that's your salmon fillet, nature. Filet de salmon nature.
Oh.
Hamburger bun.
It'll be delicious.
Oh. Tidbits.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
Vector Bar. I got a coffee crisp and Johnny's going, well, it's the salmon one. So, oh no, okay. He got two. I wonder if that's going to kill our fire. No, that's going to be okay. Why you get a hamburger. Whoa. Whoa. Do not eat. Hey, Johnny, that applies to the whole thing. That doesn't mean just the packet. That's the whole thing. Oh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. You can give her. Ooh.
Good save.
I went right into panic mode. It's like, nope. You know what I pictured? That exploding because it hit the heat. That's good. Oh, I can't hold it. It's very soupy. That's actually chicken in mine. Okay, the cornbread's getting thrown right in. It's good, Andy. This is officially the best MRE I've ever had by a wide margin. A fella that we know makes some ferro rods, and he talked about them to me before, and I'd never seen one, so Johnny just pulled this out to show me, and it's rough, but I'm actually really impressed with it. So a fellow we know by the name of Garland makes these, and the reason I'm impressed is you take it apart with this. He's just got it on with a toggle, and then what he's done for the striker, this is a jigsaw blade that he's blunted, and this is why I'm impressed, is he's got a little magnet right there. I was a little surprised he went to that extra step, but it works great. And you just pull your ferro rod out, give her a little spark. Let's see if I can find the. There we go. Not sure how late we're going to stay up. It's 8:53 right now, and we're both pretty tired because it was a long day of portaging. But probably I don't know, 9:30, 10:30, sometime around there. Head to bed. Resume tomorrow. We're not going to be in a hurry to get out, so we'll probably just get our breakfast going. I thought Johnny would be an oatmeal guy. Apparently he's a bacon and eggs guy. Here I am, the dummy, bringing 3 packets of oatmeal, but fortunately Andy saved the day, and I've got a blueberry apple pie snack thing to eat tomorrow as well. So we've got more than enough food. All right, looking forward to climbing in that bad boy and having a nice night's sleep along the edge of the water. We didn't get back out canoeing, as you can tell, so that was kind of unfortunate, except for it's all my fault because I got a little lazy. Just got to get outside and enjoy whatever you're doing. And even though the plan was to continue on and head down the lake, I've just really enjoyed sitting around this campsite. Johnny just caught himself a nice trout. Look at that bad boy. Here, actually, I'll just walk around.
Yep.
Don't hook me. Oh, look at the colors.
Yeah, really dark.
That's really pretty. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Till he tried to bite. Yeah, whenever they come out, she always tries to bite them.
Good girl, no.
Good dog.
Nope.
go. I got a pretty good one, John. Leave it, leave it. Leave it. Ah. Oh, actually, you know what? It's very similar in size to the one you had. I don't know if you can see that. Come on, out. Out.
Are you ready to get up? Is that what's going on? Good morning. It's just 6:18 in the morning. A squirrel decided to wake us up at about 5:45, but then went away till 6, and then went away again till 6:18. So. Morning. Good morning. You okay? Come here. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Did you have a nice sleep? Big old leech. Wait for them to get up. So Johnny's just made up his breakfast. I had some oatmeal, which was pretty lame considering this is what he has. And he actually just saved me some, so I'm gonna have bacon and a little bit of eggs. Kind of a bonus breakfast. I need the calories for the portage out. For sure. Yep. So this is what I have learned. This is the biggest pro tip from this camp trip for Nova Scotia. So you get these little bad boys all underneath your hammock and stuff. I always cut them out with a saw. That's it. The genius of tools. So I'm going to get a set of those. We're all packed up and we're heading out. It's 11 o'clock. We kind of lollygagged a bit. We're going to go up the lake, go check out the warden's cabin, and then try to beat her for home. Hopefully be home by 5 o'clock, but it's hard to say. I mean, we have a headwind now that we didn't have before, so it may take us a little bit longer, although we're kind of cruising right along. Sad to see the campsite go. I really think I could spend 3 nights on this lake easily, and just for day trips go up and down, maybe portage into one of the other lakes. And a swim off of this spot in the center would be nice too. What are you saying, Speck? What are you saying? Like I'm high.
Alright, so we're just coming into the warden's cabin inlet there now. And it's quite an interesting place. It's surrounded by this tall cliff. And it's a cove, so the water's gone dead flat for us, which is nice. Just showing you the lead into this cliff, but it's pretty impressive. Good.
Oh yeah, it is buggy. Yep. Oh my goodness. The horse flies. Okay, we're at the cabin. Let's go have a look. Here it's fairly rustic. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Oh man, look at this. Now that is DIY ladder. That's amazing. I think I need one of those for my house. Well, I wasn't going to video inside, but I'm going to now because it's kind of too cool. I don't know how much you'll see. So Johnny's been in the last time. People just bring extra stuff. So there's coffee percolators, there's toilet paper in cans, there's everything. Like their Coleman mantle, Coleman lantern, and there's spare mantles and all that, nails, cigarettes in case you need those. It's just really cool. An extra pair of shoes, that could come handy. Those are Coleman stoves down the bottom. You got a sign-in book. It's actually quite clean. This is what impressed me. You come in and see a guitar hanging on the wall. Who's dragging that in here? It's crazy. So when I come back, and I am definitely coming back, I'm going to bring an E string for this guitar. And then I'm going to bring my tuner too, because it's out. But yeah, super cool. It's just very basic, but there's the big stove. Yeah, definitely come in here, and it'd be nice to come in here in the winter, I think. I'd like to own it. Okay, so that was the Ranger's cabin. Super cool. Let's look at these big cliffs over here. And off we go. It's okay. There's a portage up here ahead. Kind of just didn't even have time to really even see all the lake. Only saw about half of it. Definitely want to come back and explore it. It's pretty cool. Hey little buddy. Whoa. The camera does not catch how vertical it is. We said goodbye to 3 Mile. We're now in North Red Trout Lake. And that was a difficult portage because it's straight up that hill that you saw us coming down yesterday. So all of the steep stuff's done now. Now we just have 2 long portages and then one that's not too bad. We are back in Big Preeper. That portage just kicked the crap out of me. My shirt is completely soaked as if I went swimming. And it was just starting to get to my shoulders because I've got like a kind of an impromptu yoke padding. So That's going to be one of the biggest things, first things that I get before the next time I go out, because they're not expensive. I think they're only like 20 or 30 bucks. So. Alright, the mean portage is done. We just lugged from Big Creeper down to, or up to King Lake. So, I forget how long King Lake is. It might be a kilometer, maybe less. So, we got about a kilometer paddle, and then a 600-meter portage. Oh, I don't know if you can see how many moose or horseflies around Specca. It attracts them like crazy. Moose colored.
Pineapple tidbits, anybody?
Oh, I'm Johnny. We're just having a little feed. We're back. I don't know if you can see my backpack there. We're just grabbing our backpack. Hey, Specca, get out of that. And then we're heading back to the canoe. So we're at the Big Creeper side right now, but these cooking instructions. Pineapple tidbits. That's exactly what they're called. They don't smell bad.
No.
Yeah. Ready? Out. Yeah. Yeah. Bring it. Yeah. Oh, that's a good girl. And back to King Lake. Final leg of the paddle. Hey everybody, we're back. That's pretty much it for the trip. We've got a 600-meter portage to the cars, and we're going to try single carry, so I probably won't be filming from here on out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, click like. This is exactly the kind of trip I wanted to do when I bought this boat. This is the kind of trip I had in mind, so yeah, we'll definitely be coming back here, as I've said several times this trip, to explore everything. So yeah, it was a fantastic 2-day, 1 night. It deserves at least a 3-nighter, I believe. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Whoa! Oh my God!